are vibes from Venus, where the mind learns how to breathe. We sit with truth, unpack the feelings, and let the soul speak honestly.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Vibes from Venus with your host, Miss Lashauna D.
Hi, everybody. Happy Friday, the 6th of March. I want to start by unpacking Wednesday. We had a darn good show. We did host Miss Kirk, and she told us all about DaBaby and his new album that just came out. And we had some good questions for her. And he's got some shows that'll be coming up. So if you want to follow him at DaBaby.com, you are more than welcome to do so. Logical Lash in that. His music is good. All right. The show today is a little bit different. I don't have any guests today. The special guest is my literary piece that I wrote. So we'll be listening to that in a moment. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about is resilience, right? Strength and resilience. It's something that we all have within inside. You have to find it. It's not just going to come to you. It's kind of like discernment. You have to ask for it in order to receive it. So it's something that when you do get it, you won't be able to stop. It's like a constant going. But in order to find it, for some people, you have to receive help. And that means making sure that you are talking with a therapist, not necessarily that it's hugely important to talk to therapists. A lot of people think it's taboo, but in some cases, it is important to talk to a therapist. But once you are able to unpack certain issues and things that you've been going through, I think you are able to come back into yourself or a brand new self, if that's who you are at that time, to figure out how you want to move forward with your life. And resilience is something that it makes you, it's like a hunger. Okay. So once you're able to accomplish certain things and you're able to accept those no's that come to you, you brush them off and you keep going. That's what resiliency is. And I wish that upon everyone, not just people who are in the business or people who are podcasting or people who are singers and making music, everybody. So artists, even if you're at your daily job and you love that job as a career development coordinator, it's something that you can be resilient at. One day you might have a bad day. Somebody may throw your papers off your desk. They may curse you out. And you may have a bad week to where you're ready to move on. But you sit, right? We sit, we meditate quietly. And if you pray, do that too. And you'll be able to find your resilience. I have a special piece that I've written. I would like for you guys to ingest it. I pre-recorded because I am a little, I guess I have some feelings about it and it just came to me. So it's not anything that I've experienced personally, but I have had some students in this aspect. So I would like to introduce you to my literary piece. As you all know, and if you don't, I am a 2-time published author. So this literary piece is called I Am Not My Parents. And we are going to play that recording for you guys right now. Enjoy. This is a literary piece that I wrote. It is dedicated to the millions of innocent homeless children living within the United States of America. The title is I Am Not My Parents. I live with my mom. Our home is with each other. We do not exactly have an address on a street with numbers or a mailbox. I do not have a closet to where I hang the both of my pairs of pants and t-shirt. See, where we live does not always have four walls. We are at times lucky to sleep on a soft surface of any sort. We are homeless. Our home is within memories of ourselves. Should I be punished for this life of mine? I didn't ask to be here. I didn't ask to be here in this life with no shoes and no identity. I make friends, but only for a moment. I try not to get too close because within days, we are off again. To where? There is no schedule. There's time. Too much time. And I never know the time. The sun comes up and it's time to move. What are we going to eat? Mom walks us into the nearest soup kitchen. We get a hot meal and then we're off again. Like yesterday. We are wandering. The sidewalks are lonely. In the winter they are cold. In the summer they are hot. We have no permanent shelter from these streets. Why can't I eat 3 meals a day? Why do I not have clean clothes to wear? Why can't I go to school? I want to learn new things, different words, about science, and about what happened in the 1800s. I'm only 7. We've been in Constant Transient for over 2 years now. I do not know where my father is. He divorced my mom and me 3 years ago. And then, unexpectedly, my mom got laid off from her job. Now I live here. Nowhere. Everywhere. Yet going no place. Is there anyone who can help me? Written by Lashauna D. Hinton. This is Vibes from Venus. This is a literary piece that I wrote. Thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed that piece. Not in the aspect of celebrating, of course. It's kind of somber. It is a touchy subject. But as I've stated, I have had students that have been in that situation. So I want to talk about resilience, right? Children of all ages, from age 5, maybe up to 18 and beyond. There's a lot of homeless people. And however, I think the children are the ones that get lost the most, and they can be saved if we allow them to. And that might mean having intravenous assistance at the shelters or at places that they are being homed at to unpack some of that anger and frustration that they're having. And so a home, yes, a lot of people think 4 walls is a home. It is a home. However, you have the ability to grow beyond that if you're a little bit older. Let's take a 19-year-old, for instance. They're a little bit older. They understand that life is happening to them. They have disgruntlement inside and they're angry at their parents or whomever it may have been that raised them. And they've taken a couple steps outside and never returned. That person, that individual, has a different concept of life. They have the ability to either choose to ask for help or not. So if we're thinking about walls, you have to find your own bricks sometimes. And that means being your own advocate. Your best advocate is yourself. And those bricks are not going to stack themselves. There comes your resilience, right? One step at a time, one brick at a time. You can get yourself out of so many different situations. The younger people, they need more assistance. And there has to be some other type of system that can help them unpack all of that anger and different things that they're feeling from their childhood. None of us will leave childhood unscathed, I should say. We're all going to have something, some sort of baggage, something that we're bringing with us into adulthood. It's how you cope with that. Do you want to be a good person? Do you not? Do you want to be a better person? Do you not? Do you want to make sure that you are going to teach your children so that they feel better than what you did? All starts with steps, then resiliency, right? So, a home, we're talking about a home. It is exactly what the statement says, it's what you make it. So, if you're living with someone else right now, and they may not be your parents, be your best self. Know that this world is a lot bigger than you yourself. Have that independence in you to understand that life is this extraordinary gift that has been given to us. No one can live your life except you. You are the only person who can walk in your shoes. You can choose to be somber, disgruntled, upset, pissed off at the world or your parents for the rest of your life. It will gain you a lot of grief. Or you could take the other side. Ask someone for help. Unpack some of those things that you're feeling inside. Choose to live your life differently. Choose to raise your children differently. Choose to love life. It's up to you. And if there's people in the chat, I'm willing to accept questions. If not, I'm just going to continue talking about the bricks in the house. DC, did you have any questions about the analogies today?
Nope, I got it perfectly. Briggs House taking steps. I'm working on that myself, so I know it's not easy to know that something's wrong and then one, fix it, but two, have the acknowledgement to know that you aren't who you thought you were. Because sometimes you grow up in an environment where all you know is violence, and then sometimes that's what you become. Or you can come the opposite, because I've seen it. Me and my brother are two different people. We grew up in the same house, so it's all in how it's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It's perspective. Some people see pain as a pain. Some people see it as a learning tool. Some people see it as okay, I feel, now what? So it's all about how you move. I know myself moving in my own mental journey and just trying to make sure I set a better foundation than what I had or what I knew. It's different, but once you start establishing that, it does feel better. It does give you more confidence. It does give you a better outlook.
That's right. Thank you for that. I appreciate you sharing that. And you're exactly right. There could be two children in the same house, and one will take away the negative, and the other, the same, but come out of it a little more positively. We are individuals. And we do have different perspectives. Everybody is going to have a different perspective on any situation. We could all go outside right now. Somebody's going to see 18 stars and somebody's going to see 2. Or you could say the pavement is yellow, it's rusted. Or the other person is going to say it's orange. Or you could tell them a narrative, a story, the one that I just literally presented to you all. Everyone's going to perceive that differently. Some may take it to heart. Some may say that's really not happening. There's a 2.5 million children in the world. Somebody's going to have a different perspective. Maybe they should stay at the shelter. Maybe they can't. So back to your statement about everyone having their own perspective, that is true. And different children can come out of the same household and still live different lives. But here we are. Choices. We grow up. We know right from wrong. We get stuck in a rut, most of us, and feel hopeless, I suppose, at times. But there's always that little thing in the back of your mind. What if? Right? So you take that what if, say, what if I did feel better? What would that look like? Take the necessary steps that you need. Maybe you don't have money to get a therapist, but there are free services all over the United States. All you have to do is dial the number. There are lots of numbers. I'm not going to give it out over the airwaves. If you would like more information and resources, as I am a certified mental health coach, you are able to follow me on Instagram. It's at Lashauna D Hinton. And I'm willing to send you guys some resources at that point. But I want you to take with you today, the reason I did this is to give you a background on Vibes from Venus. Okay, so Wednesdays, what the shit is, that's our banger, right? We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of different guests. We're having fun and mayhem. Brilliant. Love it. Right? Fridays, I wanted to make sure that I am doing what I'm called to do, which is help people. And so this podcast is to give you guys hope and inspiration, a little bit of perspective from someone with credential, and to help you grow if you need that. And I hope that you all have taken thus far with the 3 episodes that we've had very seriously. I mean, the first one was growth. We had our guest from South Africa. She went through her battles and have come out on the other side after speaking with someone. And then last week we had our guest from London who's on the show, and we talked about neurodivergence, and that comes with 3 to 6 different types of disorders. And so not only are people going through their own battles with depression and anxiety and borderline personality disorder, or there's so many I can name right now. But let's double that up. What if they are going through those issues? Maybe they're homeless at the same time. Who's going to help them? Who's going to step up and give them the resources that they need? So I challenge all of the shelters in America to at least provide resources to people that are visiting your shelters if you don't have them, and also provide them with contact information for law enforcement if they need it. Maybe they don't know. or maybe they don't know they can contact them from your place. But this journey that I'm on right now with this podcast is to make sure that I'm doing my part. I have grown. I have gone through my own mental instabilities. But yet here I am because I'm resilient. And there is no going backwards once you get that taste of resiliency. Like I said, it's a hunger. And DC just explained that he's getting better as well. And he feels better. It's that hunger to want to feel better, that resiliency. So I want you all to make sure that you're writing affirmations on your mirror. That's a coping method that I have. Make sure that you are going to your nearby shelters and you are volunteering. That's helping. Okay. If you have resources, drop them off. But daily self-care is something that you're going to need if you're going to take on this type of understanding and outreach. So, coping methods. I use my mirror quite often with a Sharpie, and you write your affirmations on your mirror, because what do you do when you get up in the morning? You go and look in the mirror and you brush your teeth. And while you're doing that, you can read your affirmations for the day. They may be the same as yesterday, or I may change them daily. Who knows? But I can read those and say, this is what I'm going to work on today. Maybe 2 steps, maybe 3. But it's a step in the right direction. So if you do not have the ability to seek therapy, which some of us don't, you can do self-care. Okay? Meditation, for one. Give yourself 10 minutes. Sit alone quietly. Try to quiet your mind. Affirmations, write them on the mirror. If you need to cry or scream, go to your car and let it out. Give yourself 10 minutes. If you've lost someone and you're grieving, that causes a lot of heartache too. And it can cause depression and anxiety and all those good steps. But if you need to let that out and sit with that person, give yourself 10 minutes to sit with that. And then you move on. One foot in front of the other. You get up because you know that you have to keep moving in order to be active and resilient. I want to thank you all for listening today, and thank you for being here. And I challenge you all at some point to tag me when you go visit the shelters and volunteer. I will be there this Sunday. This is Vibes from Venus. This is Lashauna, and I am out of orbit. Take care.
These are vibes from Venus, where the mind learns how to breathe. We sit with truth, unpack the feelings, and let the soul speak honestly.